Hello, welcome to the channel, and thanks for stopping by. So today we're going to discuss, do I need a telecaster? So today what we're going to do is we're going to check out a guitar that I've got and then just very quickly talk about telecasters and my relationship with them and this guitar that we're focusing on today. So I used to have a Fender Telecaster, Japanese, 2006 I think, or it might have been the 94 run, I can't remember which one. I gigged it for a couple of years religiously, changed out the pickups to some nice bare knuckles, can't remember the model off the top of my head. But a really nice guitar, and I used it. I gigged it all over the country, recorded with it. That was my main guitar for a long time. And then one day I just fell out of love with it. Picked it up, didn't want to play it. If I did try and play it after sort of 10-15 minutes of not really feeling inspired or that I didn't have any ideas, I put it back down again. And so this went on for about 2.5 years. I don't know if anybody else saw, but the value of Japanese Fender Telecasters skyrocketed. I think I bought it for $425 or something. And with both sets of pickups, so there was the bare knuckles in there as well. But I ended up selling it for, I want to say it was £1,000. So from a financial point of view, I made like 600 quid on it. But that wasn't why I sold it. I sold it because I just didn't play it anymore, and I would have sold it whether it was £1,000 or £400 because I just didn't play it, didn't want it. So I put it towards whatever. I think it might have been my custom Les Paul D double cut, and I kind of looked at that with the P90s and stuff as if I wanted the Telecaster sound. Well, the P90 got pretty damn close. Why did I stop playing it? Again, just because I fell out of love with it. I moved back into my comfort zone of Strats and I think my Gibson Les Paul, and along came the Explorer at some point as well. So I had many guitars that I was rotating, both live, studio, depping, but I just didn't play the Telecaster. So that's that part of the video. However, I've recently been playing a guitar. I've been a short-term custodian of this guitar. You will have seen it in the intro video and on a couple of videos recently, but it's kind of got me thinking, do I need to get myself a Telecaster again? I don't know. These are the thoughts that go around my head. So this is the guitar. So for any of you who haven't been watching, or this is your first time, or you have managed to click on this clickbaity kind of title of Do I Need a Telecaster? This is the guitar in question that I've been playing for the last month or two that has made me kind of go, do I need a Telecaster or T-style guitar again? And it's, I know Telecaster is very broad in its term. This is very much, although it is the T-style pickups, this doesn't sound to me like a stereotypical Telecaster would. And I think there are a couple of contributing variables to that in the build. But for those of you who haven't seen this before, this is a guitar. This is Blanchflower guitar, and this is made by a luthier near me in Norwich. So, he and I have kind of become friends and talking about gear and real gear nerds, and he's made these guitars and he's made the pedalboards because he's the Marcus Deluxe pedalboard guy who's branching out into guitars. So I've been learning, meeting, getting to know Marcus, and he's got a couple of my pedals, and I've had a couple of his guitars. There's another video that I'll link above somewhere where I was looking at his last guitar. But this is a Blanchflower Thinline Bolt, or Bolt Thinline. So it's the Blanchflower Bolt, but it's the Thinline because you've got a semi-hollow bit here. And this is incredible. So very quickly, I'm just going to run through the specs because I think it's worth doing. Not only so you get to know the guitar, but also so that I can list a couple of little variables that I think really make this stand out as a T-style guitar with a little bit extra to give. And I think that's why I'm loving it so much, because it's not got that real twangy country telecaster thing that I know telecasters are famous for. I never got on with because my style is I'm nowhere near good enough a guitar player to do that. And also my style doesn't lend itself to that kind of tone. But 2 seconds, let me get the specs, and then we'll go through those. Okay, so spec-wise, this is the Bolt Thinline. It's got a black limber body and neck, and then it's got a roasted ash cap with an ebony fretboard. I do love an ebony fretboard. We've got the hip shot open gear locking tuners again, as on the last Blanchflower guitar, and then the Graph Tech nut. 22 frets with a 25.5 scale. And then it's a Wilkinson short telly bridge, Granger string ferrule, Granger string ferrule, that's a new one. CTS pots with a Switchcraft switch, pure tone jack, and then it's all chrome appointments with the bare knuckle true grit, mid output boot camps. Now, this is where we get into the bits that I think may make this guitar sound a little different to your standard telly, and that is that the bridge pickup here is screwed to and encased in a classic steel telly bridge. So rather than being mounted to the body, it is mounted to something within here. Again, I'm going to get some shots of that sort of B-roll just so you can see. Now, Marcus believes that this attributes to the bridge pickup having a thicker, fuller sound, akin much more to a humbucker style pickup. And then I think he said the other day that the output on these pickups is like 9.8 or 10.8, so it's quite a high output pickup for a telly style guitar as well. So you combine that with the mounting straight onto your steel plate. I think this is why this guitar is really resonating, excuse the pun, with me. So there are the specs, and there is the guitar. It's a gorgeous looking guitar, really is. I've really enjoyed playing it. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to go through my pedal board on the floor. So I've got my cheap pedal board. There is a video linked above if you want to see me build that. Cost like £129 altogether, including board, power supply, and all of the pedals, minus the tuner. I have stuck my Boss tuner on so that we can actually have an in-tune guitar. And then we're going into the Gain 1 channel of the Kraken. So all I'm going to do here is just very quickly over the next 5 minutes run through some sounds just so you can hear what this guitar sounds like. Try and do some ambient stuff, some clean stuff, and then some heavier stuff as well. Some fuzzy stuff maybe in there too. But bear with me, I'll get rid of this mic and then we'll hear what this guitar sounds like. Okay, so that's the guitar. That is just some selection of tones that you can create using this guitar, this pedal board, and a Victory Kraken. I think it sounds fantastic. I really enjoy it. I think what I particularly like, and these final thoughts are just me saying how much I like this guitar. Down here, you've got the clarity and the brightness of the single coil, but with a fuller, thicker sound, so it's not as harsh or shrill as your standard Telecaster may be. But if you pop back up to the neck, you get that chimey, really nice telly style lead, clean, sort of melodic sounding pickup, and it's just a great balance. You get everything in one guitar, in my opinion, and I don't know whether that's swaying me a little bit back to the Telecaster world of guitars. But yeah, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Do I need a Telecaster? Don't I need a Telecaster? I've got Strats, I've got Les Pauls, I've got P90 loaded guitars. An ES semi-hollow has been on my radar for a while, but actually should I be looking at a Telecaster rather than these? Don't know. Have you got a Telecaster that you love, or are you in the same boat as me? Are you wondering, do I need a Telecaster, do I not? I don't know. But please don't forget to go and check out Blanchflower guitars. I will link them in the description below. Go and support Marcus. He does make incredible instruments, and I'd thoroughly recommend for anybody that's looking to get a nice boutique custom shop level guitar built for you at a far more affordable price than something like a Fender would be. Hit him up, let him know, go and give him a visit, play some of his guitars, because they are honestly incredible pieces of work. He's got a couple of more coming through the workshop, which I really can't wait to get my hands on. But yeah, thank you very much for sticking around. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to hit that like and maybe even the subscribe button. But if not, well, just thank you for chilling. But yeah, until then, look after yourselves, stay cool in the heat, have an ice cream, and I will see you at the next one. Take care.